welcome to the Florida Cup on this beautiful Labor Day weekend. We are up into the semifinals right now. First up, we've got Eamon from Fort Lauderdale, and we've got Alec from Fort Lauderdale. This should be an interesting match, stylistically anyway. They're going to have Alec is a very, very cerebral defensive fighter, and so is Eamon. So whoever adjusts to the other side is going to be the winner.
I'm Gavin Graham. I'm going to be your assistant commenter. I agree, Mike. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Eamon is definitely one of the more ambushy fighters we have. He likes to parry and then counter. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
And as always, directing is our wonderful director, Melody Graham. And we're about to get it going.
This is the first of two semifinals. This first semifinal, as we have said, is Alec versus Eamon. But the next semifinal is going to feature our wonderful charter representative, Jared Graham, as well as Doug Chatfield, a rookie this year who just moved from Kentucky.
It'll be interesting to see Doug go. I mean, he is a very, very improved fighter from the last time we saw him, and from when he took that temporary hiatus and moved to Kentucky. So it's going to be an interesting situation to see how he's going to adjust to Jared.
Indeed, he's been doing very well in the previous fights.
And as we all know, tournament Jared and fighting Jared are two different Jareds. So if tournament Jared shows up, it's definitely going to be an interesting fight.
It certainly is, yeah.
And now, well, we were bumping our gums so much. Alec is up 2 points to 0 on Eamon.
Feeling each other out, getting a feel of the scenario.
There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time on the clock.
Exchange hits there, and Alec does a wonderful honor. In my opinion, honor is one of the most important parts of TSL. It really represents our community.
Yes, it does. And that's what we are here for, is our community.
The prizes and the competition are just a backseat.
And Alec is up 3-1.
Judge Melody calls a hold, and now Alec is up by 3 points. So far, he is dominating this fight, but as we know, an underdog is always rooted for.
Well, when you back Eamon into a corner and he starts to go pressure, what you're going to find is Eamon is going to come. He's just going to come right out at him, and when Eamon comes at you, he's going to score.
Yeah, especially because of his fighting style. Eamon with a wonderful slash to the hip.
So we've got a 3-4 match, 35 seconds on the clock.
Exchange hits there, and the judge calls red point. They switch sides, and it seems Alec is still in the ahead in this fight.
Yep, Alec is up 2 points, 5-3. Oh, time for a line judge conference in the center of the ring.
This normally happens when the flurry of hits is so undecipherable they all have to put their heads together. It's really interesting to see when two gigantic titans in the community, like Eamon and Alec, both known for their distinct fighting styles, go up against. I'm sure we'll see many more of these.
Coming out after this, what I'd really like to see is Alec kind of push the pace a little bit more. Maybe try to push Eamon to come out. Eamon's just got to come out. He's got 25 seconds on the clock, and he's down by 2.
I agree.
Well, looks like we lost a few watchers. And again, another watcher's gone. I think I'm scaring them away.
I'm sure you're not scaring anyone away. Though maybe the fight is.
Alec is up 6-3.
$15 seconds.
You see, I think Alec focuses much more on the versatility, whereas Eamon prefers to stay in place and charge at precise scenarios.
And Eamon closes Alec's lead to just 1 point. He's down by 1, 5-6.
So far, there have been no simultaneouses.
Well, defensively, this has been a great fight.
It definitely has. Both contenders are definitely working the arena to their behalf.
Well, it's coming down to ring control now. Whoever's going to control that wing is going to come out on top.
Yeah.
That was
Now we're down to 2 watchers. I really think I'm scaring people away.
Though with these streams, it's a commonplace for people to go back and watch the recorded streams after they're done, so.
Nope. We've got a tie score. 6-6. We're going to sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. Sudden death.
What was the time on the clock? I'm not ready.
This is sudden death, so the stakes are high.
Everybody's so quiet and focused on the match. And Alec with a quick shot to the shin, and he takes the match.
Both fighters were very equally matched. This was an incredible battle.
Well, with Eamon coming back from like that 3-point, 4-point deficit, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's Alec. Then they're at sudden death. I mean, that could have gone either way.
Like you said, when you back Eamon into a corner, his true self really comes out.
Mm-hmm. And he comes out swatting.
Okay, sorry. I mean, I can get it.
And then for those of you joining us at home right now, we've got Jared Graham in the ring, and he will be facing
It's Doug and Jared.
Doug Chatfield. Stylistically, it's going to be another interesting match. I mean, you're looking at a lot of shenanigans for both of these fighters.
Deadpool versus Pennywise. Interesting. I don't even want to know what multiverse loopholes would have to happen for that matchup.
That would hurt my brain to hear about it.
Agreed. No, in this situation, our fighters are about to go head to head.
Oh, we seem to have a little bit of a glitch with the stream. And we are technically ready to get it rolling.
It seems like we're having a few connection issues. Sorry to any of those that are experiencing a tad bit of buffering.
And it's interesting, Jared seems to have recharged the batteries on his shoes.
Interesting. I was telling him earlier. Brittany, I think her name is. They should both start the fluorescent fabulous footwear foundation.
Yes, I agree.
The two fighters are now going head to head, and it seems Jared has gotten the first hit.
Well, these guys have known each other for years. They
have.
all know their strengths. They all know their weaknesses. So this is going to be interesting.
They are very good friends.
And Doug ties it up with an honor call, 1-1.
Waiting for the right time to strike. And boom, they both go for a thrust to the knee.
And it appears Doug came out ahead on that. Doug is up 2-1.
Jared with a flurry of hits, but Doug avoids. And Jared narrowly avoids that uppercut by Doug. Ah. It seems Doug tried to go for a thrust to the chest, but Jared instead parried and got his own hit.
We have a split decision as far as scoring goes. Two judges see it one way, two judges see it the other way. It's going to be interesting to see how this one comes out.
What do you think, Mike?
If I had to give it to one of them, I'd probably give it to Doug. I think Doug was just a little bit quicker.
That's fair enough, but I'm not quite sure. It seems you were right.
Hey, I'm lucky every now and again.
For those of you just joining us, this is the sultry voice of Gavin Graham and Mike Bragel, bringing to you the 2022 Florida Cup.
Doug is still up by 1 point, 3-2.
With thrust by Doug, he gets another point.
He's up 4-2. And now Doug's lead is cut to 1-4-3.
It seems there's just over 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the match.
We have one judge signaling illegal contact. And Doug is up 5-3 on Jared.
They're switching sides, and yet again going at another bout. It seems Jared is trying to back Doug up into a corner. He strikes, but Doug strikes back.
And Jared cuts that lead to 4. To 1 point. It's now 4. Doug with a quick shot to the shin there.
Yet again, we are experiencing a few connection issues, so I'm sorry if any of you viewers are experiencing a little buffering.
Jared closes that lead again to 1 point, so Doug is up 6-5.
There's only been one simultaneous so far.
And Jared, with the shot to the arm, appears to have tied it up.
Before, it seems like Doug was taking the lead, but Jared's bringing it back. Doug tried to go for a hit, but Jared dished his own hit as well.
Split decision.
And they have to converse it again.
And again, for those of you just joining us, we are tied 6-6.
There's just over 40 seconds left on the timer. The judges are still conversing. What do you think?
I actually don't know how to call this one. I think it was too close to call. It should be. I think it would be a simultaneous. Oh, Doug takes the lead. Blue point.
Jared takes the one hand behind the back approach, as Doug is doing two-handed. Doug tries to strike, but Jared narrowly avoids, but Doug does a swipe to the leg.
All judges seem to agree. Blue point. Doug is up by 2 points, 8-6. We're still live. I mean, you can see.
Yeah, we're still live.
They're going at yet another.
And Doug's lead is cut to 1 point. He's down.
15 seconds.
Jared is down 8-7.
Indeed.
Tied it up. 8-8 with 13 seconds left. And Jared takes the lead for the first time in the entire match. 1 second left on the clock.
It is final exchange, and it is match point red. It seems Jared has narrowly taken the match.
Well, it was a hell of a 2-point fight comeback. I mean, to come back from being down through 3 points down and then all of a sudden, bam, you're the winner. Wow.
It seems both our semifinals were underdog comebacks.
From Alabama.
So now that means in the finals is going to be Jared versus
Alec.
Alec. Yeah.
Jared versus Alec. Stylistically, this is going to be interesting.
It is. Jared is what I like to call a flying squirrel. He lots of the times he prefers to go with wild attacks and big flourishes, but when he gets into that battle mode, he really gets into it. Whereas Alec is more agile, working with the arena.
I think what it's going to come down to is again, just ring control. Who's going to control the ring? Who's going to allow the other fighter to play their game?
Who's going to intimidate their opponent, back them into a corner?
I don't see intimidation factor coming in. I think, like I say, it's just going to be whoever allows their opponent to play their game is going to lose. So you have to force your opponent to play your game.
Mm-hmm.
Does Jared still have the band?
I believe this means that fighting for third and fourth place is going to be Doug versus Eamon.
He went outside.
This should be interesting.
Yes, but I mean, I'm not believing you can fight him.
For now, it seems we're taking a temporary intermission as there are no battles going on currently.
Yep, a slight pause for the cause.
However, we will be back with the fight soon.
It's out in the truck. Huh?
What they're telling me to do is get over the wings.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Image on the screen is just
But what I do is I look down at the bottom of the screen there. If you look directly underneath us, you'll see the live feed. You'll see the live motion.
Do you know what the next match is?
I believe it is Doug and Eamon. And again, these are two fighters that are very familiar with each other. And it looks like it's an all Fort Lauderdale, Miami finals.
Indeed.
I stand corrected, or rather stick corrected. Actually, Alec is in Orlando, so it is not an all Fort Lauderdale final.
Just this one to determine the
Though we do have two from the fort.
bronze medal will be in South Florida.
Yeah, the fight for third will be both Fort Lauderdale fighters.
Well, I mean, considering. Yeah.
Who's entertained? Oh, good. I'm gonna need a nap.
Andy said hi, Jared.
Absolutely, last chance.
I will take a whole handful.
Please take several. We got the big bag at home. Camera's off.
Camera in my off. That's my 3 favorite parts. Oh no, that camera isn't off. This. Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff stuck in my throat right now. I had a cold a couple days ago, so I'm still coming down from it. To Andy Cameron, if you are still in chat. Jared said, congratulations for winning half of Fight of the Year, because it was the fight between you and Eamon.
April's realsies. Any given Sunday, bro.
All right, it appears my broadcast partner is taking a slight hiatus. And here he is.
I have returned. Did you miss me?
Hey, you know what? Between you and me, I think they like you better.
Well, he is the cute one.
I am the cute one.
No comment there.
Here in a minute, we're going to be starting our fight for third and fourth place.
Fight for the bronze.
Eric will be lying. He'll be judging too.
Oh, and we have been joined by a different director.
Indeed.
Yes, it's Eric.
I have blessed him with a temporary appointment.
I would pick on him, but however,
Now the fight seems to be getting underway.
yep, it's the brawl for third. Or the brawl for the bronze.
That's a better name. Alliteration is easy to remember. It seems the two contenders are feeling each other out. Doug goes for a test swing, but Eamon deflects. Doug charges at the feet, but yet again, Eamon dodges. And Eamon charges, but Doug moves out of the way.
They are so familiar with how they fight and where they're going to go and how they're going to attack.
They are indeed. It's almost like a dance.
And it looks like Doug's got the first point. Eamon ties it right up.
Indeed. Director Eric calls a hold, and it seems now the contenders are tied up at 1-1 with one simultaneous.
And the call was simultaneous. Oh,
Another hold called yet again.
no point again.
These fighters are very well matched up. Doug goes for a threat, and the director calls a hold. Blue now takes the lead of 1 point, 2-1.
Interesting action here. It's become a little pokey.
Indeed it has. And with an honor, Doug has gotten yet another point. Not Doug. Eamon has gotten yet another point.
He increases his lead to 2. He's now 3-1.
You crunch lollipops?
Mhm.
I didn't know you were a sicko.
Yeah, I get bored by crunching.
It seems the director has called all of the line judges to the center. There was an unfair call. There's just over a minute and 25 seconds left on the clock. Two judges say this point, increasing Eamon's lead to 3 points as the score is 4-1.
We've got a minute 20 left on the clock. Plenty of time for Doug to come back.
Indeed. The director calls a hold, and Eamon increases his lead yet again.
So 5-1. Aim it up. 5-1. Oh, Eamon is up by 5, 6-1.
They're exchanging blows.
Pretty even exchange.
They both go for a strike to the leg.
Like I say, stylistically, these fighters know each other very well.
Indeed.
Well, Eamon is running away with it right now. He's up 7-1.
He's absolutely decimating Doug. So the last two matches we saw were both underdog. Maybe this can be the same thing. Though with a lead like this, I just doubt it.
7-point lead. He's up 8-1.
That has to be some sort of record, right?
At least for the Florida Cup, it is.
I think at this point, Doug is trying to focus more on being entertaining rather than winning, which I have to admit is a very good strategy.
I'm not even sure what to call that last strike. Kind of like a tornado banana kind of move, I guess.
I think what happened was Doug went in for a strike, Eamon deflected it, and then he tried to go in for more strikes and ended up twisting his body into a pretzel in the process.
Well, the score is still 8-1 with the confab going on in the middle of the ring, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock. If Doug is going to make a comeback, he's going to make a comeback. He's going to score.
Indeed. He's now lessened the lead to only 6 points, it being 8-2. I'm sorry, we just lost connection there. I'm sorry to anyone that might have experienced some buffering.
And it appears there might have been a slight unintentional contact at the jobs. And it is match point, Eamon Abdu, 9-2.
Only 27 seconds left on the clock. I sincerely doubt that Doug can bring this back.
It would take a miracle.
About yet again?
15 seconds.
Doug is going on the very cautious offensive. However, in a flourish, Eamon Abdu lands a blow to his back.
Eamon Abdu
takes the match.
All right, so we have our bronze medal. Match decided, and it is Eamon Abdu, third place in the Florida Cup.
Next up, we're going to be doing the finals, deciding who gets the silver and gold.
This one is for all the zucchini, ladies and gentlemen. Do not look away from this next match.
The zucchini?
Yeah, all the zucchini.
Interesting.
Well, peanuts have been done to death, so I figure zucchini works.
But why zucchini though? Zucchini is a vegetable, so no one eats it.
I quite frankly like zucchini.
Only when it's fried.
I prefer it steamed.
To each their own.
Yep.
We're going to be back with more fights in but a moment. Until then, stay tuned.
might be coming back. We might be going to live stream. We can see where we are.
You just have to wait. It's still connecting.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to begin with the first and second place matchup, representing the sports. In the red corner, we have Jared Maximum at the front. And in the blue corner, representing the Orlando Satellites, we have Alex McLaughlin Martinez. Directing the second place matchup, we have Tiffany Holcroft
And we are back for the first and second place. Jared.
I'm sorry we didn't have our mic unmuted earlier. We were in some serious buffering issues.
Yes, we were technically not ready.
First bout. They're both going with a hand behind the back stance. One hand on the sword. Feeling each other out, testing the waters. Jared with a swing to the leg.
Alec is the more classically trained fencer, so this is going to be an interesting match.
Indeed, and with a background in Irish medium such as line dancing, he definitely has agility and dexterity on his side. Director Tiffany has called a hold, and the score is now 1-2 in favor of Jared.
Well, that was two quick unanswered points for Alec, bringing the score to a tie, 2-2.
Just over a minute and 50 seconds left on the clock.
Neither fighter feeling the urgency right now, which is good. They're taking their time, relaxing.
No fighter should rush into it.
Definitely not.
Definitely.
And it appears Jared got the go-ahead point. He's up 3-2.
They're both very cautious right now. Doing some test strikes, but none of them fully charging. They both go for a thrust there.
Simultaneous, no points scored. Jared's still up 3-2. Now Jared is up 4-2. He's got a 2-point lead.
Who are you rooting for in this matchup?
I actually don't have a dog in the fight here. I'm enjoying a good match. That's what I'm doing.
Indeed, justifiably so. Both of these fighters have an incredibly strong stance. Blue is taking the points, and now the score is 3-4 with one simultaneous and just over a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Alec is messing with Jared a little bit, faking him out.
We got a split decision, folks.
Switch sides.
Seems Red takes the point. That justifies a switch sides.
So,
And
Jared is up 2-3. Or Jared is up 5-3, rather. He's up by 2 points.
you can't forget the camaraderie booty bump.
No, you cannot. No. Whenever one must bump booties, one must bump booties. No contact, no point. It seems Jared is a bit of a puzzle that Alec has got to figure it out. He's only got 60 seconds to do it in. Okay, that brings Jared's lead down to 1, 5-4 in favor of Jared.
So far, this is turning out to be an incredible final match. Either of these fighters are both very good contenders for the gold.
Simultaneous called.
Jared goes for the swing to the knees, but falls. And then Alec goes with the thrust to the head. You know, Tiffany is actually a really good judge because Tiffany has a little extra help from the weasel friend on her shoulder.
Well, that was the third simultaneous match. Both fighters went back a point. With a quick shot to the shin, Jared increases his lead by 2 points.
The score is now 5-3 with 3 simultaneouses so far and just over 30 seconds left.
Well, Jared is only up by 1. The score is now 5-4 in favor of Jared, and there is 26 seconds left on the clock.
Really coming down to the wire here. Jared with the thrust to the knee.
Jared is back up by 2, 6-4.
13 seconds.
With an honor by Jared, Alec gains another point.
Jared is still up by 1 point, though, and there's 10 seconds left on the clock.
Seems Alec has made his last-minute move.
Yeah, 4th simultaneous.
Final exchange. Final exchange.
It is final exchange now. It seems Jared goes with a large slice to the knee, and with that, it's Red point. Red takes the match. With
Jared
6-4.
is now the Florida Cup champion.
He wins the gold, and Alec wins the silver. This has been an incredible matchup, you guys. And the camaraderie, I can smell it from here. Well, this has been a very fun live stream, y'all. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning to the guys all for tuning into the Florida Cup. I am your assistant commentator, Gavin Graham, and this is my assistant.
We're the dynamic duo behind the microphone. We're just going to tune in now for the award.
For now, sit back, relax, and wait for the goal.
Now we just have to cut the mic and cut the at least our.
Yeah, that cop. right, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the tournament for the third annual Florida Cup 2022 matchup. I hope you guys had an amazing time here this weekend. As you can tell, all of this is done by our amazing volunteers. If I could have all of my counselor and directors come to the front ring right now. So if you're a counselor, a director, or CIT, you have been running a ring, go ahead and stand right there in the middle. Where are they, everybody? Chris? Tiffany, go stand in the middle for a second. All right. Yes. All right. If you directed any matches, go ahead and do the center right there. Great. So if you directed any matches, I want you to take a look at these people. These are different levels of our directly trained standardized training program. If you're interested in joining, let me know. We're starting it up in October. Right here, all of these people have done an amazing job directing and volunteering all day. Give them a round of applause. You guys, all the time people are like, oh, how do you guys do such a great job of work? Because we have an amazing team. So you guys go ahead and take a bow and one more round of applause, and then we're going to call up our place winners. Thank you guys so much. And you tell volunteers is the number one thing we've been here in Florida, because we can't have these amazing tournaments without 4 fighters in the ring. But it takes 12 people to run all of the matches, all of the tournaments, just line judges, and then table judges, and directors, and all those things. So 12 people per match, and only 4 of them are fighters. So we are not going to go ahead and do our match tournament winners. Oh, Nathan is here. Of course, our co-rep in Florida, if you do get a chance to meet him today, go ahead and say hello. He's supposed to come over after work today, so thank you guys so much for, and the cleanup crew. You're part of the cleanup crew, you're leading the effort, so go ahead and make sure you go ahead and see him. All right. For our third place in the Florida Cup 2022, we have Eamon Abdul. All right. For our second place in our third annual Florida Cup, we have representing the Orlando Satellite, Alec McLaughlin Martinez. Maybe Jenny has it.
What?
Where was the Florida Cup? It was sitting right there. Who has the actual Florida Cup? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Somebody's got it.
She was hiding behind the camera person.
All right, Nathan, if you can go ahead and join Eric right there, so you could physically do the thing. And Nathan, representing as our Florida ambassador, bestowing the first place Florida Cup. Our first place winner, Jared Maximum Effort. All right, thank you guys so much. We're going to be tearing down the tournament process in just a little bit. Make sure you give all the hugs and loves. Facebook follow all of us, and we will see you again in November for the Tiger Open. Tickets are just on sale. It's a limited time tournament where all people from all divisions around TSL can come. And I would just say that placeholders got sold out in 1 week upon releasing tickets. So if you are really interested in competing in Tiger Open, please make sure you go ahead and get your tickets today.
All right.